Hey everyone, Big Mac here. How's everybody going? Turn that down a little bit. Welcome back to Let's Play Quest 64. If you guys remember last time, we went to Limlin. We did a bunch of stuff. We talked to the Queen. We learned that our dad went towards, wow, I can't even think what it's called right now. Highland. And there's also a fire thief in the neighborhood, so of course, we have to be the ones to fix everything through, so let's head down towards the cave. Again, I did a little bit of grinding just to, get an idea on what kind of enemies we were going to be facing up ahead. I don't get why everybody likes Avalanche so much. Maybe I'm just standing too close to these guys, I don't know, but Avalanche doesn't do anything for me. I really don't get its appeal. I mean, sometimes sure it works really well, but it's kind of the same reason why I never liked using moves like Fury Attack or something like that in Pokemon. It's a lot of the same kind of feelings that I get towards it. Another thing that I did realize the other day is, yes, these caterpillars, we will face an evolved form of them in the future. In terms of, I don't know if you guys can hear that outside or not, but it's kind of storming, so I'm really hoping that I don't lose power or anything, although it's possible. But, owies. Let's see here. Oh, let's try using Wind Bomb. Wind Bomb is down here. We learned that a little while ago. It's not a very powerful attack. Maybe because maybe just because our defense is only, or our wind is only at level 20. But one good thing that it does do is it also lowers one's agility stat. So it makes them a little easier to fight off. Or, it also helps guarantee that they'll hit a little bit more often. Let's try something else here. So not Wind Bomb, let's try Ice Wall. Again, not very powerful, but again, the good thing with Ice Wall is that it can, freeze our enemies and stuff. Alright, Caterpillar. I didn't even realize that the caterpillars were, well, they're not misspelled, but they're spelled with a AR at the end versus the regular just ER. Alright, you should be dead now. Thank you. That was quite a beating. A little bit more than I expected, but whatever. We're going to be facing a lot of tough enemies, and I am going to try my best. This is going to be a very, very long process, but I think I'm going to try my best and get through Baragoon Tunnel in one recording. This is going to be not easy, but hopefully the computer works out. Hopefully the power company will work out. We'll just fight these guys. It won't take very long. Fortunately, with these blood gels, I mean, and again, my other stats have been going up as well. Defense, agility. Actually, there will be a region in Baragoon where, it'll be, for obvious reasons, the only thing that we'll be able to boost is our agility. So, yeah, 3 of them. Nah, just skip it. Well, one thing you guys can notice is that there's a spirit up there on top, but of course, we can't climb up to there quite yet. That's okay, we'll just come around. Baragoon Tunnel is kind of long, so that's why I was actually dreading going through this part earlier, just because it is rather lengthy, but, hopefully everything will go out well. Hopefully I won't die. That's a big if, but, hopefully I won't die. You never know. Anyway, so, again, wyverns nowadays, not too much of a hassle. And the lightning is and the thunder is getting closer. It just set off a couple of car alarms, so, yay. Again, again, there's not really any hard rain right now or anything, so it's just thunder and lightning at this point, but you never know. I'm sure it's raining somewhere in town. It has to be. Do I really want to deal with you guys? No. Oh, I can't escape yet? No. Sad face. I wanted to escape you guys already. Alright, there we go. Fine. Now I'm escaping you. I believe if we go back this way to the right is where we saw that first spirit. Yep, here it is. Let's boast our others. Our fire and earth back up to 33, like I mentioned earlier. Let's see here. I believe there are actually a couple more spirits right here in the area before we get to Baragoon Tunnel. Baragoon, Baragon, Barracuda, dig it down. I'm kind of tired with all these fights, but you know what? They're gonna happen, so... Owie! That wasn't very nice, Mr. Wyvern. So, about 5 minutes in, and we're barely... Let's see, is there anything over on this way? Yes. Yes, there is. Alrighty, another spirit. Actually, we'll be getting a couple more down there on the bottom of this pit as well. You can see a house, some weird scaffolding. Again, these were the mines that, used to be part of the tunnel. Of course, one of the guys talked about, some new stuff happening down here at the mines. Let's see if they found any spirits by chance. Hey, was that one over right there? Yes. Here we go. Sweetness. Alright, those two are up to 33 now. What about that little house? Where did that little house run off to? Oh, I guess the house isn't gonna run off, but you know what I mean. Of course we gotta check the back, check the sides. That's a weird... Oh, they're pickaxes. I couldn't tell what those things were. So yeah, there's obviously been, well... It looks like there's been some kind of fresh digging in the neighborhood. Hey, spirit. I call dibs on the spirit. There we go. And what, two again? Sweet. One thing that I did mention last time at the end of the last video was by upping our stats to where they had been, we were about 50% of capacity with all the spirits. I mean, it's kind of obvious because, we had like 30 and 30 and 20 and 20, which would just about average out to about 25. So, welcome to Baragoon Tunnel. Is it Baragoon? I forget. Baragoon, yeah. Baragoona. Down. So, of course, there's a couple goodies here. A hero's drink. Always useful. And we also have a healing potion. Hooray! Alright, so now Baragoon Tunnel is very narrow. And Baragoon Tunnel is also very difficult because we get guys like this. The ghost. That was a loud thunder. I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but... let's see here. Let's try using wind on you guys. Oh, Termans are still... Termans aren't too bad. I mean, they're just the same Termans from Isle of Skye and from the Windward Forest. These ghosties can be quite a bit of a hassle. You saw that their homing arrow level 2 is hitting me for, some good damage. Oh, that's my phone. I don't even know where it is. Just a second, guys. I will definitely edit out this part, unlike last time. Alrighty. I am back. I will definitely try and remember to edit this part out of the video. Now, where's my controller? There it is. Haha! Alrighty, let's continue because it sounds like the storm's getting worse. But there's still no rain really, just, whoa. I hate these guys. Will-o-wisps. I think that was also an attack in Super Mario RPG. The reason I hate these guys is not because they use Fireball level 2, but it's because they move around, and it's hard to whack them. It's hard to whack something that's moving around constantly. Ooh. The fact that these guys are all in a row makes them a prime candidate for... And, yeah. You see, the good thing is, in terms of whacking these guys, if... Ooh. Brian, you're gonna die. Bread. Wow, I didn't really expect to have to use bread this early. Jiminy Christmas. Or, well, a potion or something. Wow, I didn't realize those guys were hurting me so much. Although if it's two fireballs that are connecting, then yeah, it kind of makes sense. Ouchies, ouchies, ouchies. So, yeah, these have been some tough enemies. That's why I was trying to do a little bit of grinding earlier, but apparently it hasn't paid off very well, has it? I mean, we're not even like a couple minutes into Baragoon Tunnel, and I already had to, go and use up one of the healing potion that they just gave me like a minute ago. Krakatoa. So, obviously this is a case of choose your battles wisely. If it's some... Whoa, Ghosty, what are you doing to me? You trying to put me under your spell? You ain't gonna do that. Anyway, yeah, so, I mean, let's see, what other kinds of enemies are there out here? There is, the ghosts, the will-o-wisps, there is a different form of the pixie or the temptress. Ow. I forget which spell the ghost is trying to use, but I don't like it. I don't like it. And of course, when you have an option of going after stronger enemies and weaker enemies, I would of course encourage try killing the stronger enemies first. That way you get hurt less. I mean, Termans we can almost kill in just one whack by itself, but whatever. So here, I'm thinking, there's more lightning going on outside. This is, in terms of tunnels, this tunnel is actually pretty boring. It doesn't have a whole lot of junctions. It doesn't have a whole lot of variety. It's more like, take this tunnel and shove it. Or something like that. What do I want to do with you guys? I probably should use like a fireball level 2 or something on these critters. That way, it only takes 2 whacks to kill them, or just 1 whack to kill them instead of 2. But I gotta make sure. Yes, okay. Let's see how. Oh, we're getting close to another spirit as well, which is always useful. We've already upped our HP a bit from getting whacked so much. My gosh. So I'm just kind of crossing my fingers on this, hoping the power doesn't go out or anything like that. But if it does, then I get to do this part over again. Yay! And hopefully with no consequence to my N64 or my laptop. So now we get to go across these little bridges. And in terms of, in terms of lengthiness, this tunnel just seems to be, it's on the edge of too long. Let's see here. Wind cutter all 3 of you, or as many as I can. Let's get rid of Mr. Ghosty Toasty Posty before we do anything else. Doesn't he, I don't know, I mean, I want to say that the ghost is kind of like the jack-o'-lantern from before, but I wouldn't call it a reskin necessarily. I just call it a. Oh, Brian, remember you got to actually hit the enemies in order to kill them. Don't forget that, Brian. That's that's like new spirit, 22. Ooh, awesome. Now we learned exit. Now what exit will do for us? If it's the one again, I might be getting these confused with other battles. But, I believe these are the sprites. These are the new versions of the Temptress or the Pixie that we fought against earlier. They have hot steam. I think that's the weapon, is hot steam. I would just recommend pelting them with rocks as much as possible. That seems to be a pretty effective trick on them. And normally about 2 or I think 3 rocks will take them down. Because again, unfortunately, since these guys are in the air, it's a little harder to hit them. These guys are actually a little bit closer to the ground. So if you time it really carefully, and depending on your elevation, you actually might be able to whack them now and then. But for the most part, I wouldn't bank on it. I'd recommend just really bye. Again, I'm trying to make this video as not as interesting as possible, but frankly, this is a pretty linear tunnel, just much like Quest is a very linear game. So, really, just one of you? And yet I can't escape. Fine. Ha! So there. Termites do not like fire, apparently. Good to know. Let's see here. How much time did I spend wasting earlier? Probably about a minute or so. Okay, I'm gonna finish this part here. There's a spirit here, obviously. Yay. Any new wind techniques? I don't think so. We still... Oh, we do have restriction level 2 now, which can be useful against multiple enemies. We also have over here a treasure chest. There we go. Move the camera. With a healing potion, yay, which replenishes the one that we did before. And run! Okay, first, hold on. Note, my agility is at 61% right now. Run, Brian! Run! Light up, as if Brian has a choice. Even though he cannot hear my voice, I am still controlling him. Yeah, basically, there's this very long bridge. One thing that you can do is look around here, and again, I do appreciate the massiveness of, the scope of this game. In some regions, it's just kind of silly how we have such a large tunnel, and yet all we can do is walk along this little tiny bridge above it on top. So, I think once we finish crossing this bridge, we're almost at the end. The bridge. Another good thing is we're not getting attacked by anything. And note that our agility has already gone up by a few percentage points. Yay! So, if you really wanted to up your agility stat, you could just keep running across this bridge back and forth and back and forth. Of course, if you wanted to, I don't know why you would, but I'm going to stop the video here. This is Big Mac saying, later.